cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again, cherish all the time.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. So, as y'all know, Kelly serving 30 years in prison sentence.
Kelly? Who's Kelly?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Mr. R. Kelly. Serving a 30-year prison sentence in New York after being convinced on charges of racketeering and sex trafficking, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, he owed like $520,000 in debt from a federal, trial that he had in New York. Now, they threatened to garnish his wages. So what they're gonna do is sue Sony Music Entertainment, Universal Music Publishing for his royalties.
Wow.
So they about to now. You had an opportunity to pay it, but you didn't pay it. Now they're gonna garnish you, so you don't even get the money at all.
Do you know if he owned his masters? Because he's been in jail for a minute. I know he's got so many lawyer fees that he to pay. I don't even got any money left.
Well, I know I think his first two masters, three.
His first three albums
belonged to Aaliyah's people.
Yeah, so
no.
So no, that's the publishing. That's not even the money they trying to go get. They can't even go get that money. It's on. It depends on the publishing that R. Kelly actually owned for these songs that he did.
Again, then I with him not owning none of his masters,
he may not own much of the publishing.
How much money does he have left?
Well, we don't know.
Who they gonna sue?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned garnishing Slash, so I'm trying to figure out what would they be garnishing. But you mentioned the label.
Yeah, Sony Music Entertainment and the publishing companies they trying to go after for the money.
That's crazy.
And it is crazy, man. But they already done took like $28,000 from him from a different account that he had. Trust account that he had in 2022. So they already took $28,000. But what they wanting the money for is to pay the families that were, victims of R. Kelly. So they want some of that money to go to the families of those girls.
I'm gonna put quotation marks around victims of the family. That's never mind.
Yeah. So, well, whether or not.
Yeah.
They were victims, or they did it under consent. I just think, I don't know how it went. I was never there.
You weren't there. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, but at the same time,
can't throw stones.
Nah.
Yeah.
And you do the crime, you do the time.
He's paying restitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As of April 9th of this year, R. Kelly's net worth is worth $2 million.
So they gonna get that $520.
That's what I'm saying. And that $2 million, that don't mean that he got $2 million in his account. That just might mean he got a truck.
Well, that mean that's what he's worth. So he's got assets, even if not cash money, that they can use. You know what I'm saying? Like property,
but not
all kind of stuff.
But they suing for more than what he's.
No, they not suing for more than what he had. They trying to get $520,000 out of him.
Oh, they trying to get.
They'll get it. They know where to go get it.
Yeah,
they already know where to go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna get it, but at the same time, that's crazy. But so he's serving 30 years, and he also got another 20-year sentence added. But they saying that they may be able to run those
concurrent.
20,
concurrent,
where they run them, both together.
Yeah, it's concurrent. Yeah.
So hopefully, they do that and hopefully he's able to make it through that. But keep your head up, man. You know,
that's all you can say.
And just keep your head up. You know, and
he definitely can't take nothing away from the music.
Not at all. That's what I understand. Don't be why. Yeah, man, he created some.
He good at what he do.
Yeah,
you know?
And people, why you want to get ban his music? Why? It was good.
Well, it's not the matter of them wanting to ban his music. Yeah. It's being almost forced to because of what they hear about you in the media. And when you are into child pornography, something is wrong mentally with this at this point.
And the content. I mean, you got to listen to his content as well. It's almost as if he's broadcasting.
He's singing about the same thing, like young girls.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Well, there's other places that be messing with, fiddling with little kids. I don't want to name, but we don't ban it, and I don't want to keep that to myself.
I mean, but you know, it's a lot of political issues.
Yeah.
When it comes down to that, we've seen many times before.
Had he on those first couple of masters, he'd be all right because you know those
were the ones.
Right.
Right. Those were the ones that made him platinum and double platinum and stuff. All like that. You know. So, but anyway, you know, shout out Kelly, man. Keep your head up, man. You know, I mean, we looking out for you. All right, so Ice Cube and Kanye, they had a little beef a little while ago when Kanye lost his Adidas deal and so forth. Yeah,
I can't speak on. I didn't even know.
So what it was, and I wouldn't really call it a beef. I just call it a disagreement. Let's say that. I'll say a disagreement.
Okay.
So Kanye said that it was Cube who influenced him, you know, to be anti-Semitic, and Cube said, "I'm not anti-Semitic. I've never been anti-Semitic." So.
When he say that, what did he say that on?
Yeah, when?
So Cube said that.
No, I'm talking about Kanye.
Kanye said that on Drink Champs, a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Drink Champs.
Yeah, shout out to Drink Champs.
So this is something Kanye said on Drink Champs. Mm-hmm. Now, Cube responded back on Twitter and said, "Hey man, I hate that you even dragged my name into that because I'm not the influencer of that. You got to hold your own on this one, you know." Which I can understand Cube's vision on that. You know, don't put my name in something that I had nothing to do with.
Right,
you know?
right.
You on your own.
Right.
Because now you've lost a lot of money. You lost those deals with these people, you know, Adidas and these other companies. So Cube say he didn't put the batteries in his back. I didn't. So
that goes along the lines of music influencing
exactly
the youth or influencing a person, you know.
Yeah.
So, and we had to show something similar to that, music and its influence.
And its influence, like that, right? Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
So Kanye is saying, if Kanye is saying that, hey, I wouldn't have spewed all this anti-Semitic rhetoric had I not been listening to Ice Cube. Is that what he's saying?
I don't know if that's what he's saying or not.
Listen to his music,
but it still makes no sense to use somebody else to say how you feel.
Because
that's what you're doing now.
That's it.
I'm not in your mind.
He's playing victim.
Yeah, I shouldn't be nowhere on your mind.
If that's the case,
he's lying. And not lying, but he's playing victim.
Well, that's the case. I feel like you should give some of Ice Cube some of your billions since you feel like that.
Old school Cube, ain't it?
Yeah, but
give him some of your billions since you feel like that.
I understand Cube when he come from that direction, though, man. Look, man. I didn't have nothing to do with that, man.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, they called a truce. They met at Ice Cube's house out in Marina Del Rey, California. Friday just passed.
Oh, that's good.
So
that's cool.
They've actually, squashed it or whatever. They hugged it out.
Yeah.
Real G type.
Yeah. There's a lot of truces been squashed here.
That's
lately.
being grown.
That's
you
good.
Know what I mean?
That's finally. Thank you.
That's just men being grown at that point, realizing, it's no point in us to be beefing over a situation that ain't even nothing to be beefing over.
Exactly.
But it's the media that carries it to another
blows it out of
place.
Context, yeah.
So they take everything we say personally, So that's what happens with situations like that. But they squashed it. I figured, Cube would be a real cat to do something like that. But shout out to Kanye, shout out to Cube. All right, so I want to bring it to Houston real quick, back to H-Town. So Lizzo saying she quitting the music business due to constant, body shaming comments that's aimed at her.
Boy.
Now, I just want to say this. I just want to say this. Lizzo, fuck them people. Straight like that.
Did I hear you correctly, Slash? You say she's quitting?
She's considering.
Okay.
She's not saying she's quitting. She's considering quitting.
Yeah.
Because of what other people are saying.
I think Jasmine Sullivan had that same issue.
Man,
she
let me tell you something.
quitting.
When you have, I'm sorry not to cut you off,
go ahead,
but I just want to say, when you have a talent that's a God-given talent,
Right.
your size, your shape, your color, none of that matters. It's how you do and how people receive you.
Yeah.
They talked about Jesus.
True.
Oh, yes, and he was perfect.
Now you need him every day.
Yeah. Right? They talked about him.
So what I'm saying is, Lizzo, you've done what you wanted to do with your career.
Right.
Grammy awarded, winning.
Facts.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't worry about what nobody would say about me. Continue living your life doing what you want to do. And I can imagine that being cruel, people just being rude, but they not doing this in your face. These people, they talk about me.
Yeah, but you got to look at it too. Now, I'm in agreement with you. I'm in 100% agreement with you, but people going to talk about you.
Period.
No matter what. But when you're dealing with an individual that may be sensitive, and
that's a difference.
And if she's a sensitive,
It
individual,
affects her.
at some point, no matter who is being talked about, you do get to a breaking point. Some people react different once they get to that breaking point. Like if somebody keep poking you,
eventually get mad.
Motherfucker, you better stop poking me before I knock you out.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
You've reached your breaking point.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people reach their breaking point. You know what? I'm just gonna quit. I don't want. This is hurting my feelings.
Right.
But you also gotta ask yourself: would people come at her that way had she not been wearing certain things?
Right.
In public or in certain
Exactly.
events. Now, you can wear what you want to wear.
Right.
Yeah, trying to date
people. Well, we don't care about dating.
I mean,
I'm talking about like
just
you're
doing
setting yourself out a certain way.
She's
Right.
drawing that some
Drawing
of that attention.
the negative attention.
the negative. That's what I'm
Because
getting
you got
at.
some people who are plus size,
Right.
that are in entertainment, but they really truly don't get the type of backlash that she get about her size. And probably because they don't sit themselves out like that. Like, for an example, if I'm not mistaken, now again, I don't have nothing against plus size females, but if I'm not mistaken, she attended a Los Angeles Lakers game,
Right.
and she wore something
Ass all out.
with her butt out,
Right.
that she probably shouldn't have been wearing. Now, it'd be totally different
Yeah.
if a woman who was built a certain way
To wear
or
that.
to where it's more attractive.
Yeah.
Now, again, she'd probably be talked about if she wore that to that Lakers game.
Right.
Now, look at her coming out here looking like a slut or a tramp,
Right.
right? Is that woman who's built fine or whatever, if she wore
Right.
that to the Lakers game, she'd probably get some backlash, but
Yeah. She
at the
probably
same
go
time,
viral.
she'll go viral. Damn, she's fine or she's
Yeah.
this. Versus now, you're
Yeah.
supposed to be wearing that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you gotta,
So just like you just said that, those the type of comments she tired of hearing.
But
Yeah.
think
or
about
reading
it. A
from
woman
people.
wearing something like that, she can't be too sensitive
Yeah.
because she
You
has
ain't
to
lying.
expect that
You-
backlash. You know what I'm saying?
You wore it?
Yeah, and that's the truth, and
sometimes you could be sensitive, or sometimes you could be a certain way, but you're trying to camouflage or attack your sensitivity or your weakness, and you're trying to face it head on to get past it.
She was going
So-
60 miles
so-
an hour
so-
with that
so-
shot
So,
right
so
there.
she's trying to face it head on, like facing your fears, so to
Right.
speak.
So here's my question. All right, two things I want to say. Jill Scott is talented, beautiful. So is she. So why not? And Jill Scott is famous. Why not carry your persona like Jill is carrying hers because they're both talented. Plus, she can play the flute. Why not carry it that way instead of, Lakers game ass out?
Well, you got to look at it. They being original. Lizzo being herself. Jill Scott being herself. They're two different individuals. That's just,
And honestly, I think it's deeper than, like I said, real quick, I think it's deeper than, because it's so crazy that a lot of women want to, they always say, and the most talented ones, shout out to, like I said, Lizzo. She's
very talented,
thinking
man.
about
I've
it.
enjoyed
she is.
And then you got
every show.
You look at like I said, Jasmine Sullivan. She wanted to quit, but here's the kicker right here, the most recent one, SZA. Now SZA is bad, so I think it's deeper than just than looks. Because for all these talented women who want to quit, it's got to be something deeper.
It has to be something different with each one of them too.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's all the same thing because, of course, Lizzo is complaining about her size, or tired of seeing people complain about her size.
Jasmine was that was part of it.
Yeah. Now, and if you feared by that and you tired, okay, you have a choice. That's not the end of life. They got diets and all kind of stuff you can go on, and you'll be able to lose weight. It's a lot of actresses that got on diets and they lost weight,
Yeah.
and they look good.
That's
and
true.
I think Lizzo just needs to get a little more tougher skin and just keep doing her.
Right?
Exactly.
Because I think she's a very talented female out of the H, and she reps the H very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's a good artist.
Keep doing you, Lizzo. Shout out.
She makes real good music.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lizzo and
Shout out
all
Lizzo.
y'all, Jasmine Sullivan and SZA.
All right, so last but not least today, and I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Trey Songz got a sexual assault lawsuit against him.
What he done?
Well, a girl said that he exposed her breast, pulled her breast out of her bikini top in front of a lot of people at one of his events in 2013. Now, this happened in 2013.
Was it please say he was at a Kappa Beach party?
Nah, it was a 300 entertainment deal that Trey Songz did, a pool party.
Okay.
He was doing Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson reenactment, huh?
So
I don't know what he was doing at the time, but maybe it was.
all I'm saying is, women, you gotta know which pool party you're going to. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Well, I get that. Now,
I'm not saying nothing
He
else.
got to wear the
Okay,
boosters
so-
pool party.
yeah, so he did do that, but
Right.
let me say something here. Now, this happened in 2013.
Right.
And this girl now is saying she suffered emotional distress. She was humiliated and abandoned a promising career,
That is right there.
due to embarrassment
Right.
of him pulling her breasts out in front of all those people. So she's suing him for $10 million. Now,
That's not the first time Trey Songz has been
right.
accused.
Yo,
And that's not the
heard,
first
yeah.
time I've heard this
Yeah.
type of story. He's been in, this is not the first one, so this is just the latest. Of what he
Sexual
been-
related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just the latest
Yeah.
one.
He had a $20 million lawsuit filed against him, accusing him of rape.
Yeah. I remember that.
I don't understand. Man, they got this money, man. I don't get it.
Well, see-
what you gotta take it?
Well,
What you gotta
see,
take
you-
it
you-
for? Most of them, but give it to you, and you
But
got
you
money.
got to think about the stuff that you're doing. And I'm just saying, if you know how to move as an artist or an actor, these people are already looking for something to bring you down.
Easy come up too.
So
Looking for an
why?
easy come up.
Yeah, why not have the common sense to say, man, you know what? I can't mess with every woman that I run across. I
Yeah.
can't just don't.
You gotta have resistance
The money gives you the thought that you can do whatever
if you want to do. Yep.
So that's the problem in it, and I don't think these guys are looking at it like, man, if I stay out the news, I'll have a nice life.
Yeah.
I got my money. I'm chilling. Ain't nobody bothering me. I ain't in the news. I ain't paying no lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? You can kick back from everything. I don't know why they don't get this in their head, man. Search even though that was 2013, he was younger then. You know, I'm sure by now. He's got better sense. You know, but that was years ago.
Yeah, because we all did stupid stuff.
But here's the thing: you want $10 million from something in 2013?
Yeah,
that's 20 years ago.
I mean, look, like I said,
10 years ago.
Look at all the people trying to sue Bill Cosby. The latest lady, 1969. I think we went to the moon. No, I'm just saying. Yeah. You want some stuff back outdated 50 years ago? I think Moses had crossed the. Never mind.
Well, because he was already accused once before they figured they could take another stab at him.
Yeah, and she also she previously issued a demand for $5 million to settle.
Yeah.
To keep it out of court. Yeah, but I guess he said the hell with that, we can take it to court.
Yeah, he'd rather take it to
court.
So
that sounds to me like a money grab for real.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
That's the money.
Because sometimes you got sometimes it is about the principle for some folks. And so some women, if it actually happened to them, unwanted, unsolicited, and they file these types of charges against you, they'll say, you know what, I don't want your money. You need to serve time. We need to go to court to do something.
That's the one.
Those women,
yes,
you know,
those the ones.
Yeah, it's a different kind.
I don't want none of that blood money. I don't want your blood money. I want you to go sit out.
Versus a woman saying, you know what, I'm gonna file a $10 million suit. But you give me $5 million, we ain't got to go to court.
We got to go to court.
Right.
You just trying to get paid.
Now that sounds like a money grab to me.
And that's the point I be trying to make. And then even if they're lying, there's no consequence. That's another topic for another day.
And see, that's exactly how I feel. That's a come up, you know, real quick. And,
no consequence for them.
I wish that type of activity would stop, but I guess it never is. You know, you have to be the type of person to not be the one, you know, doing stuff like that anyway, you know, you shouldn't do. You know, that's kind of disrespectful to women if you did do something like that.
That is.
You know, not to justify her $10 million or nothing, you know, but you know, as a grown man, come on, man, that ain't nothing you know, that ain't what's up, you know. But shout out Trey Songz. That's the end of today's Friday. I'd like to thank y'all for coming out. Jeez. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. On Twitter, @52 Scott Podcast.